Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I have an iron in the shop, and I use it occasionally if I want to flatten out something, or sometimes iron a dress shirt. Nah, I never iron dress shirts down here, especially not with this iron. This iron is in pretty rough shape. Anyways, gonna tell you a little story. My dad was an electrical contractor for many years down in Coldwater, Michigan, and of course I was cheap labor. About the same time he started being an electrician, I was born. And by the time I was 8, I was a full-fledged apprentice. Not on the books. That didn't happen until I was 14. But in any case, I was the designated go-to helper. And I loved it. I thought that was the greatest thing in the world, going with Dad out on jobs. Which meant I got to go with him everywhere. And we went to King Electric. King Electric was a supply house over on the east side of town, out on US 12. And of course all the other contractors and journeymen gathered there, and they had a coffee pot, so it was a nice time to stop and sit for a little bit and talk. So I remember distinctly a story that I heard there, long ago. I was a little boy. One of the contractors in town got a phone call. The person that they'd put an outlet in the wall for kept getting a shock whenever she plugged her iron in, and she wanted them to come out and take a look at it. Well, of course, customer's right, so they went out, got in the truck, drove out. The customer's husband happened to be there, so he and his wife both were in the room when she gave a demonstration of how she kept getting a shock. Now, not as many houses have steam heat as there used to be, but this house had the big old cast iron radiators. And she picked up the iron and said, every time I plug it in, I get a shock. So she reached over, put her hand on the radiator as a support, bent down to plug in the iron. The plug on the iron looked just like this one. So she took her fingers, pushed the prongs together, and fitted them into the outlet and plugged it in. Her husband said, "Sorry I called you guys." And they packed up their truck and left. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. I expect to get some comments on this one.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.